Yeah, I've been involved originally getting on, I was elected to the Huntsville Hospital Board back in 1994. Since then, I've been involved in all kinds of healthcare boards, 2 orders of council to District Health Council and recently the LIN, and Hospice, Fairburn, all kinds of seats that wherever they'll let me, I'll sit down. So yeah, I have some experience. While I was on the LIN, we were accepting capital plans from the other hospitals in the area and looking at them and approving them and not, sending them back for refinement. So needless to say, I was a little bit shocked when I saw the report coming out of the Capital Task Force, which, as they said, it was their final after 25 months, and the LIN gave them $500,000 to run this task force, where they came out with a 2-site model, which is great, but 2 brand new sites. And when you go down through the document and look at the price tag, it's unbelievably high, and in my opinion, money that we can't afford. So where does that leave us? I believe that if you see something that you think is a problem, you need to also think of a solution. And I think the solution is to renovate both sites on a scheduled as needed basis. That way the costs are more reasonable. Bracebridge has a challenge with its location, doesn't have a lot of property around it. They could look at whenever adjacent houses to their site go for sale to pick them up. Years ago in the late 90s when I was on the Fairburn board looking to redevelopment, we actually did that. We actually bought some houses next to the Fairburn property to give us more room should we decide to redevelop there. I was interested to watch your show with Natalie and Cameron. Cameron sort of, when you asked him about the costs, he kind of, I saw kind of waffled a bit and said, well, we're not really sure yet. If you go into the actual task force document, there's actually 6 pages of spreadsheets that actually have the costing right down to the penny. So I didn't make the numbers up. They're actually right here in their consultant's report.
So I did ask him what the local share would be.
Yes.
So tell me what it would be.
So he came up with a number about $74 million. That was for Huntsville only. So you have to double that. So you're up north of $140 million. And then the way I got to over $200 million is the carrying cost of that money. You don't just borrow that money for free. So over the amount of time, because you have to start paying as soon as they put a shovel in the ground, you're going to be financing that debt. So that's where that bigger number comes from. And I'm pretty sure that's not going to be covered by donations from nice people. I mean, we're great giving communities, but that's a lot for them. So where are they going to go? I mean, they've already, a year or so ago, the chair went in front of district and said, we're going to be knocking on your door for upwards, of $100 million. That's going to really hurt our taxpayers. There's a similar situation going on in Windsor now with almost the identical amount of money. With a 2-tier government level, and they're trying to support $200 million, but their population is 400,000 people. We're just north of 60, predicted to perhaps hit 70 in 10 years. It's a big hit. So rather than moving through the planning phases of these things, of which there's 6 levels, and we're at 1B. And continuing on, I mean, at some point, there's going to be a reckoning. And whether it comes from the province down, because I guess I question whether they're going to drop $550 million to $600 million in an area for 60,000 people, or not. But at some point, somebody's going to probably pull the plug on this and go, how are we going to pay for this? As we were discussing before air, I mean, if you're building a house or something, you have a budget in mind. You And if a contractor shows you these millions-dollar plans that you can't afford, you're not going to continue on.
No.
And try to, tweak the bathroom faucets to make it work.
So Tim, we're running short on time, unfortunately. We only have a limited amount of time. We will talk about this more as things go on, but I did want to have you an opportunity just to talk about the petition that's going forward.
Yes, there is a petition. As I understand, it's being launched by the Listen to the People Facebook site. They're trying to gather as many signatures as possible before the October 10th hospital board meeting, which happens at the Bracebridge Hospital, South Muskoka, which is open to the public. So even Cameron the other night on your show said that everybody's welcome. So I'm sure it'll be a busy room.
I'm sure it will be, yeah.
And we'll see how many names are on this petition and whether or not they'll even have an opportunity to present it. But as we've seen on social media and sort of the news websites, including yours, there's been a lot of activity. A lot of people are stirred up about this thing, and rightly so, because it's going to hit us all pretty hard for this dollar amount.